Hi everyone, welcome back to What the Function. I'm Kate and I'm an information architect and user experience designer.
I'm Christy. I'm a content specialist.
And today we're going to talk about the St. Patrick's Day Parade website for the city of Chicago. So, as you guys probably know, the Cubs won the World Series recently. North side of Chicago is where I grew up, so this is a really, really big deal. My dad has gotten no sleep over the last month and got sick actually because he just didn't get enough sleep. So the city of Chicago is celebrating. I wish I could have made it to the parade yesterday. It was amazing. And we're going to talk about the St. Patty's Day Parade website because they dyed the river blue for the Cubs, and they're going to dye the river green, of course, like they do every year for St. Patty's Day. And the St. Patrick's Day website is horrible. So I'm really excited to look at this one. So let's go ahead, shall we?
Sure.
Okay.
Kate, do you want to tell our viewers kind of how you stumbled upon this website?
So I went to St. Patty's Day this past year, and I was looking at the parade schedule, or looking for information for when it was going to be dyed and all that kind of stuff, because we wanted to see it in person. And when I found that this was the website for the St. Patty's Day Parade, I was like, excuse me, what?
I'm not going.
No, I did go, and it was amazing. We had so much fun. That city, they really know how to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in the best way possible. I'm sure there are a bunch of cities that do it really well too. I would guess Boston probably has a really great one, but Chicago is definitely known for it for sure. So this is the homepage of the website, and I kind of don't even understand what's happening right now.
Can we please note that the web address has been updated to Chicago St. Patrick's Day Parade.org.
And look at here, it's Chicago St. Patrick's Day.org. So that's weird.
It also appears to be a hyperlink yet.
And literally you cannot click on it. So that's very, very strange. So if you've moved your website over and you're all set up and ready to go, there's absolutely no reason to tell your users that anything has changed because they're at the right place. And if you are going to link to something, make it a link because this is crazy.
Don't underline stuff if you can't click on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, a simple redirect will do.
Yeah, for sure. So link styles are really, really important. Anytime something is underlined on the web, pretty much people are going to expect it to be a link. So don't decorate text using underlines at all unless it's actually the style of your hyperlinks. Okay, what else do we have to say here? There's a lot, but I don't want to pace ourselves. So the coming soon is totally okay because it's November, and St. Patrick's Day isn't for a long time. I understand why that's TBD, so that's no big deal. The menu up here is kind of insane. The fact that there are so many words and it's kind of spread out all over the place instead of trying to fit it all on one line if you could.
Looks like Jenga. Also, where's the primary image here? If the parade is so wonderful,
and the river dyeing is so cool.
There should be a banner image or an
image of any kind, really. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Oh, here's an image, but this isn't even really the shot that you want to lead with on a homepage because you want, like Chrissy said, start with the parade or start with the river dyeing or something, because this could be part of a parade, and it probably is, but you wouldn't really know that.
If you're the Shannon Rovers Pipe Band of Chicago, Illinois, this is a very great image.
Sure.
But let's see more. This isn't the most amazing photo.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so more parade. So this is getting a little bit better. Okay.
That sounds like an excellent corned beef and cabbage dinner, don't you think?
Yeah, so that's a problem.
Appetizing.
Yeah, we want to make sure that anytime you're using text and an image paired next to each other, that they relate to each other. Having completely disparate entities just ends up confusing your users. So if you're talking about the parade here, continue to talk about the parade. And then if you want to talk about the dinner later, fine, and find an image associated with the dinner, or not, because people eating dinner is kind of weird. So find a different place to talk about it. Okay, let's see.
Oh, this is your favorite part.
Oh my God. Okay, so the river dyeing is the best, right? Look at how weird that dye looks. Okay, so I'm going to click on it because I want to know more about it, when it happens. Click on the river dyeing. It's like Inception.
Oh.
I don't understand what happened. So we're back at the home page, at the top of the home page. So if this were me, and I actually did this a few times when we first started looking at this site, if this were me using it for the very first time, I would be really confused. So I would go back and do it again and then be like, oh, okay, so I need an escape hatch for my infinite loop that's happening here. So
otherwise you will miss this parade.
Yeah, or miss the river dyeing, and that would be tragic. So if you have a link, you can't just go to the homepage. It just makes no sense. So you would want to have another page about the river dyeing. And I suspect that there actually is one here somewhere, so let's see if we can find it. The parade day info, let's click on that. Oh, and so that there is information about parade and river dyeing on one page. So why was it that this did not click off to this same page? That's really strange. So this also is not a parade or a river dyeing, so that's weird.
Is the opposite of a parade. It's people standing still.
Yeah, exactly. So that's good.
Great.
That's a good image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are hundreds of images like that.
Oh gosh, absolutely. There are so many people taking pictures on social media, and I'm sure that there are a ton of professional photographers out there. Okay. Transportation information is really great. This also looks like a link, like we talked about before. Don't underline your text if it's not a link. This is really interesting. So these are links, right? They're dotted underlines instead of full underlines. And if you didn't know this, it's a good thing to point out. It's not necessary to spell out the entire URL of your website online. If someone clicks on it, they get straight there. So typing out on the webpage www.metrorail.com is unnecessary. I would rather this be the link.
Or a button.
Sure, buttons are better than regular links if that's really what you want people to do on the page. So don't ever spell out website URLs because it makes people like think you're harkening back to the 90s. It's just unnecessary. And then this is fine. I wonder what this does. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, get this Google Maps. This is perfect. Yeah, this is great.
Perfect.
Oh, sorry. I'm still getting over being sick.
It's okay. I'm just starting to be sick. So.
Yeah. I'll try and cough this way.
It's because we sit so close to each other all the time.
Okay, so the rest of this information seems pretty good. Oh, again with the .com, come on. This is much better, registration section of the sponsorship page. This is actually a really appropriate place and usage for a link. It describes to you what you're going to be getting as long as we are going to the sponsorship page. Let's make sure. No, this goes to the home page again.
Wait, maybe.
Wait.
Nope.
No, it is, right?
Yeah,
it is. Homepage. Jeez.
Come on, website
guys.
is a maze, not a parade at all.
Yeah.
Kate, I wanted to ask you, back to this page, how do you feel about frequently asked questions?
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like they're a very lazy way to provide content. I feel like if you can't say this without posing it as a question-answer format, I don't know.
Yeah.
You should be able to.
Absolutely. The other thing is that frequently asked questions sections, whether it's a whole page or a section of a page or whatever, ends up being a dumping ground. So if you say, hey, people have questions about this, rather than putting it in an area of the website that actually makes sense for the content, put it in the FAQ, and then that FAQ section just becomes 5 million miles long, and people don't even know where to look anymore. So try and avoid using FAQ sections whenever you can.
As with everything, there's a time and a place. So with very technical information or how to use something, I think it's okay. It's a case by case, but for an event, what time is the parade does not belong in an FAQ.
Absolutely not. So this now, finally, look how far we are down in the scroll bar area. It's really far down the page to talk about the dyeing of the river. So I would probably say that these would need to be 2 separate pages instead of just one.
I would agree. They're 2 separate things.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I would love that to be on the homepage.
Exactly, right? Exactly. There's got to be someone nowadays who has a drone who's taking really beautiful aerial photos of the dye seeping into the river. I'm certain that that's a thing because I'm pretty sure I saw a time lapse of it at some point right after the river dyeing this past year. So using that video if you can get permission, or just something more engaging on the homepage.
I think for me, what this website is doing is assuming everyone is going to this event and they will read the entire site to figure out when and where it is.
Yeah, it's too much of a commitment.
But really, what this website should be doing is encouraging newcomers to the event.
Definitely.
Right? And so give me multimedia, give me a video, give me drone footage, give me a sense of the energy of this event. The homepage should not be all text.
No, no, definitely not. So
I didn't want to go to this until I saw the green water. And
right?
now I want to go. So
yeah. Okay, so parade registration and application. So this is really far down the page, and it makes me wonder. So I'm also seeing this in the navigation here. So parade application and instructions. I wonder if this is going to the same page as this area, or if it's something new. So you want to take a look?
mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go. No, so this is
Great. But you know what?
What is happening here? Okay, so you're talking about sponsorships, which is fine because that's in the name. Application instructions, parade entry instructions. Okay, here we go. Here's the PDF.
Imagine that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so maybe we're a little bit biased, but PDFs pose a really big problem on the web. And there are a few reasons why. Number one, Google doesn't like them nearly as much as they like web content. So if you're designing for search engine optimization, putting your content on the web is going to be so much better. So I would much rather this be a web form, that someone who's planning the parade just checks their email, they get a form submission, ready to go. And what we mean by web form is, the field actually on the web page. It says name and float name and your organization and all those kinds of things. You fill it on the web page, you hit submit, just like a regular shopping cart, if you're on e-commerce or whatever. And then the other reason why PDFs are a problem is something that's become more and more prevalent nowadays, which is website accessibility. So what accessibility means is designing content and websites for people who have any kind of hearing impairments, vision impairments, motor function impairments that are using technology a lot of the time, or sometimes not even, to access your content. So say if someone is blind, they might be using a screen reader to read the text on your website. The PDF that you're linking to, they can look at it, but most of the time PDFs are not created in such a way that people with screen readers can use really easily. One good example of something that can go wrong is the screen reader will jump to the very middle of the content in the PDF because someone who's created the PDF has not done it in a way that will reorder the content in the way that the person wants to read it. And so, or, for example, someone might have vision impairment, but they still can read. So what's really important for them is contrast in colors. So this green on this white here looks a little bit questionable to me, and this orange definitely looks questionable to me. So if someone had really poor vision, and like me, if I take my glasses off, this is a horrible fail. Like, there's no way. So
I think it's pretty.
Well, thank you. But I can't, there's no way that I could read it. My hair, of course, is in the way. So accessibility is a huge concern here for PDFs. And it's not just for PDFs. There are a lot of things that go into accessibility. There's video, there's audio, making sure you have text transcripts of all of that kind of stuff. We could talk about accessibility ad nauseum. We're not going to right now. There's going to be more content that we have coming that's going to talk more about it. But that mini tirade hopefully should help you out in the usage of PDFs on your website. So what else do we want to look at?
I've just been looking at the nav that entire time you were talking about accessibility, and I think that to solve some of this, the link in the nav that says parade application, sponsorship forms, and instructions, which I think is the page we're on, but I've already lost myself in this website.
Okay.
Normally we would use an action-oriented nav title like participate. That's all you need to say.
Sure.
Anyone who wants to be in the parade or sponsor a float would know to go to participate.
Sure. Or participate in the parade.
Participate in the parade. Get involved in the parade.
Mm-hmm. And then we could have another section of the website that's, attend the parade, attend the river dyeing, something along those lines. So people get much clearer information.
Right. Make it action-oriented, especially for an energized event.
Yeah. There's so much energy for this event. So you should really evoke that whenever you can.
What is CART?
You can't even click
What are
on
we
it. It's just a
buying?
mouse over. I wonder what this looks like on
What are we buying
mobile.
on this site?
Okay, so first I have to look what this looks like on mobile.
I want to buy a
Oh, it
parade.
does
Oh,
nothing. Oh, that is so sad.
this is what we call it does not pass the squish test.
Yeah, so this means that nothing is optimized for mobile. Anytime a website is responsively designed, which is what we call, optimizing for mobile, it should be able to squish. So that's a big giant fail. Okay,
Especially
so
with events because people at the last
constantly on their
minute,
phone. Where
people
are we
at the
going?
last
What time
minute,
was
like
it?
trying to find information about this parade that they're late for, are going to get really frustrated
Yeah,
on the day of going to the site.
absolutely. Okay, so you were wondering what goes in the cart. Oh, store. St. Patrick's Day Parade store.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And Christy's dying, everybody. What is happening with you?
I just see this I see this emerald and it says $5,000. It just seems like a joke.
What is happening? Okay, so
You're not buying an emerald.
You're not buying a gemstone. This is not a jewelry store. This is really bizarre. So this is another really great example of images that should be reevaluated for their usage because
No, I do not want to buy an emerald.
I get what they're trying to go for, Emerald Isle for Ireland, 100% get the connection. Having it be called a Premier Emerald sponsorship totally makes sense, but you're not buying a gemstone, so what is going on here?
Don't use clip art on
No, God.
It's very misleading.
Bad. Okay, so this is super interesting too. So you have a lot of details here, right? And then view more details? Seriously?
It says the same thing.
It is the same thing. Okay, let's see. The last bullet, 8 grandstand, private seats on parade route. Let's go back. Yeah.
Oh, what a tease.
It's,
Don't tell someone to view details if you're not going to give them more details.
Yeah, if it's the same information, this is unnecessary. So the only thing that's additional here, it looks like, is the quantity and the add to cart. But you could put this here on this page and it's one fewer click.
I mean, you've done it here.
Yeah,
below.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh, I want to buy a Premier pot of gold for $4,000. That's a lot of gold.
You could break even on that amount of gold.
Why buy a sponsorship when I can have a whole pot of gold?
Exactly. So more on the images. So this one we could add to our cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to though. I don't have 4,000.
I mean, clearly we are not going to be purchasing sponsorships today for the parade. Oh.
Did you just buy a $4,000?
No, there was no credit card information.
Okay.
But okay, so let's do that again. So I added it to my cart, and then I said, okay, well I wanted to keep on navigating, so I closed this window, but it emptied my cart.
Oh no!
So that's a big problem. Someone should be able to continue browsing your website and not just commit to purchasing one thing. Who knows? Someone might be really, really into this and want to purchase one of each of these.
That's not just like a snobby judgment.
No,
not
that is
actually
remotely.
That's costing you literally thousands of dollars.
Absolutely. Yeah. Someone thinks, oh, I put that in my cart and then it ends up clearing it. That's no good. Okay. So I wonder if it's consistent. So let's add this one to our cart. And
we already did.
Close it. No, and then it's empty again. Yeah. Gosh. Okay. So, and then this one, add to cart, and then close, and then no.
I think it's a sign. We should not sponsor this
no,
event.
we really shouldn't.
Let's find another parade to sponsor.
Okay. Okay. So this is interesting too. So single ticket deadline for dinner tickets. So this is to attend the corned beef and cabbage dinner. If this were me, I would want to do, like if it were me and my husband going, 2 tickets, okay? So add to cart. Where do I
Single ticket.
Where do I add another ticket here? Does this mean I have to go to my cart?
You can't, the cart is not a real thing. It's not like a page.
Yeah, so there's no way for me to purchase more than one of these. And it also says here that you have a table of 10 as an option.
But where?
How do I do that?
This would be a great one for more details.
Really problematic. Yeah, this would be, either more details or allow us to edit the cart. So this one actually saved. That's super interesting. I wonder what happened.
What happens if you add it to cart again? Maybe you just need to click it twice.
Maybe. Is that? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
You're so dumb.
I'm apparently really dumb. But in all seriousness, you shouldn't make someone, figure out how to add it to their cart a second time. You should have the ability to change the quantity.
Photos, fine. Text, whatever. But if you are asking someone to spend money, you should make that as easy as possible.
Absolutely. Okay, so more stuff here. Okay. I'm sure these all have really similar usability, the same cart issues as we've had already. Okay. This is a lot of different stuff for sponsorships.
Yeah. I'd almost like to see it in a grid rather than like have to scroll.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there was that. What have we not looked at yet? Some sponsorships. No. Okay. That's where we just
were.
Wait. 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 I thought we were on the store. We were on the store. So
it's the same content.
So this is the same content, and this just has a tiny bit of additional intro text here. So this is really weird. Okay. This is right, exactly the same. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so someone navigating through your website, seeing these exact same price lists on two different pages is going to be just as confused as we are right now.
And staying home at this point. I'm not going to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
So if you do want to promote the fact that you have sponsorships and you want people to buy stuff, that is completely fine. Include calls to action for that information all over your website if you want to, become a sponsor, have that on every page. That's totally fine. But link that become a sponsor text as a link and have this listing here of these sponsorship options only one time on your site, because otherwise, like I said, people are just going to be super confused. I'm trying to think. So we also didn't look at contact us, so let's look at that.
Oh, it's a form.
Oh,
I wasn't expecting that.
This is a really nice web form. It also has really nice labeling as to the fields that are required with this little asterisk here.
All the fields are required.
Which is fine.
Okay.
It's not a long form. That's okay with me. I'm tempted to submit this with some questions.
Thank you, Michelle, for including your email address and the contact form, because not everyone wants to do the form.
Yeah, that's a really, really, really nice addition to this page. And then also, having a mailing address and the location here is always really good too.
Really nice comprehensive contact page.
Definitely.
Plus one.
I'm not particularly surprised that there's not a phone number. I'm guessing that maybe closer to the day of the event, you might all add a phone number, for the parade, but calling in November seems kind of silly, unless you're a sponsor, in which case, if I was spending
headbutted me.
If I were a sponsor wanting to potentially spend $5,000, there might be a chance that I would want to get to talk to someone on the phone. So that might be something that they do consider for this webpage. Although, again, I'm kind of not surprised that there isn't one, especially considering
people don't really call on the phone anymore anyway.
What do you mean?
They don't.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No,
we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. So.
Oh, hang on. I'm getting a call.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, did we look at this whole website? Because I'm pretty sure
so.
it's pretty small.
Not a lot to see.
Yeah.
I thought there would be
big.
a lot to see, but it's actually all the same content, just same stuff, different name.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, this could use a lot of work, especially considering how special this event is. One thing I did notice is that clicking here does bring you to the homepage, which not every website does, so that's really, really good. The name of the website should always go back to the homepage. That's one thing that we always recommend for any site that we're working on.
But trade the green font for some images of stuff that's green, like,
yes,
the river.
Yes. And having font in black text is going to be much better for legibility for everyone. Oh God, we didn't get down this far on the homepage. Oh man, that's a lot of company logos. I totally understand how the reasoning for this, but this just makes it seem really
You have
disconnected.
more, if we're going to audit the images on the homepage, you have way more images of company logos than of the actual event,
Yeah, so it's really
which is
uneven when it
sad.
comes to that, of course. And then also, this also looks like
Links.
it would be links, and I will bet probably, I bet you
Oh,
$1
no, it's not.
it doesn't go straight to life insurance if this is indeed
No,
life insurance.
no.
No, it'll go straight to the Country Financial
It's really
homepage.
just part of their logo or something.
Exactly. So embedding it here just ends up confusing the user too. And it also doesn't say, I guess it maybe is, this may be life insurance
It's
financial.
implied,
Yeah, yeah.
but also to the point of the company logos, the words on images is something that's also a no-no with
Oh,
accessibility.
yes.
So I don't want to get into that again.
No,
We're
because
running out of
yeah,
time.
we are. So questions, comments, leave them below, and thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thanks for watching our second episode ever of What the Function.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
All right, bye.